Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're talking about scalpers today. Now what are scalpers? They are the bane of society. No, they're not. Well, maybe they are, but wait until the conclusion of this video. You might be shocked. Now, what are scalpers? Scalpers buy in-demand items such as graphics cards, trading cards, games consoles, and trainers. We will all have a run-in with scalpers one day, but why is that a bad thing? So, let's get into it. Why are they bad? Good question, because they drive up the price of popular items. It also makes the items you want more scarce because they're being held onto by scalpers. In an ideal world, we can go buy the things we want at retail price. But these days, it's becoming harder and harder to achieve. I am sick of scalpers myself, but some people go way too far. There's so many messages of people wanting to kill them. There is worse people in the world, okay? In defense of scalpers. Just remember, these are real people. I don't condone any violence towards them or abuse, okay? I just want them to be more self-aware of why people have good reasons to hate them. Number 1, Pokémon scalpers. This one pisses me off the most. That's why it's number 1 on the list. The reason why Pokémon scalpers are the most annoying to me is because I was a Pokémon kid. I was always dripped in Pokémon clothes head to toe. I had the cards, I had the bed set, wallpaper, games, sticker books, you name it. Now, as you may know, as a kid, we connected things way deeper than in our adult life. And to have these grown-ups scalping Pokémon cards just to fuck over kids, most importantly, their parents, is infuriating. The second reason why I hate this is because I used to work in retail for like 7 years, and the disrespect these people have shown for the workers and other shoppers is disgusting. Sprinting in the store, knocking over TVs, making messes, and starting fights with the Costco workers. Now see, these Costco workers don't get paid enough and they're not equipped enough to be able to deal with two idiots who can't human. Anyway, I got all of the pent up anger out now, so let's do funnies. Let's look at some idiots. These poor workers, can't imagine what they're going through right now. They probably need like a medal like people in the army get like, for working at Costco during this period. Somewhere down the line we're all related to these people, isn't that ridiculous? Like, how? And then even a guy takes a tumble. What even happened there? I need instant replay. He just did a Looney Tunes little wobble through the air. I don't know what that was all about. No way! They're all stripping him. Whoa! I like the way he pulled it back from that guy who was like running in at the end. These two people next to him too were trying to steal off of him while they were on the floor. It's, I can't believe how crazy this has gotten people lately.
He promised to split the restock with everyone.
He's gonna split!
Hey, this dude, he's taking 20 of them.
He's taking 20? That's not splitting, is it? There's probably only like 40 on the shelf in this smaller store, and he's probably taking half of them. There's no limits, man! That's kind of really inspirational, but at the same time he's just talking about buying up Pokemon cards. It's so stupid. Oh, now this one's pretty bad because they're just literally destroying the store. This one might be the worst one. I don't know. Yeah, that one's a bit sad. I don't know. Everyone's just freaking pushing everybody about.
Man, they opened it up to 2 lines. Oh, dang, don't run. Don't run. Look at that.
I like the way they have to tell them off like little kids. Like, yeah, don't run in the hallway. Don't run in the hallway. And then this guy just does like a little scalper run. That's a new name for it.
It's right here. It's right here in the front. Oh, hurry up. Get your 10.
It's 5 per customer.
Oh, 5.
That poor man. He's just standing there trying to sell people rental cars or whatever he's doing, and he's literally getting crushed against a little podium that he works at. I don't even think people could actually see him. They just literally could see through him at the Pokemon cards. That poor man. I hope karma comes this guy's way and gives him something nice in life. He does not deserve that. Look at his face. Should really go to Costco. But this isn't a great advertisement for it, is it?
Hey, it's gone. That's it.
Oh no! That made me sad seeing that little old man at the end. He got there at the end of the line of people to discover there was none left. I really would like to think in my head that he's not another scalper. I hope that he was thinking today like, oh, it's my grandson's birthday and I'm gonna go surprise him with one of those Pokemon cards and then finally he might actually love me. I don't know why it got really sad.
Oh my god.
Oh, there we go. They knocked over a TV, yeah. See, that's what I mean. They're not just going in to buy the Pokemon cards, they're just destroying the store along the way too. You've got to be honest with yourself here. If you're already this guy or these people here at the back of the line, you're not getting a box of those cards. Like, if you're literally like 10th in line, you're not getting any. Maybe even less than that. Now, this one's from a few years back. PS5 Scalpers. I feel like a lot of us had to deal with this because it was during the coronavirus. So during this time, Sony had released their console, Microsoft had released their Xbox, and people were Bitcoin mining all the time. So it was hard to get hold of some of these computer parts, which led to there being a scarcity in PS5s. And what made matters worse was these scalpers were buying up the PS5s and selling them to families over Christmas time. Obviously, there's adults buying them too, but you know the families are the ones that are getting hit hard the most. I think a lot of adults were just like, oh, there isn't any games on the PS5 anyway, so we could just wait. But meanwhile, kids, no, if they haven't got the latest thing, it's hard for them, you know? And as a kid, you want this like fancy thing, and as a parent, you want to buy them the fancy thing for Christmas, don't you? And make them happy. And to get bent over and fucked by a scalper at Christmas time? Not the best, you know? So yeah, I didn't even get my PS5 till like maybe 3 years later. That's what I mean, like people didn't get hold of PS5s for a long time. And a lot of it was due to these scalpers. I'm not just blaming individuals, it's just like, oh, I managed to get hold of 2 PS5s, so I'm gonna sell one of them. Fair enough. Okay, but where the problem comes in is Walmart was selling them too. Even Walmart, a billion-dollar company, got in on the scalping, selling PS5s to desperate people and families for $1,299. Can you believe that big companies are getting into this too? It just seems ridiculous. I also found this one from a scalper group. Okay, they're organized now, okay? So, it secured around 2,000 PS5s. And they were quoted, keeps getting easier. So there is a happy ending to this. PS5 released their Pro console recently, and scalpers bought that up so quick, okay? But the demand wasn't that high, and also they were able to make enough PS5 Pros for the demand that was already there. So it resulted in scalpers actually selling for less than the retail price just to actually recoup some of their costs. To be honest, they already probably made so much money off the initial PS5 that it really didn't even matter. That's life. So picture this, it's 2020 and there's a global pandemic around the world. It's a time when we should all come together. And guess what? People found a way to make money. The man in the picture stood next to his collection of 17,700 bottles of hand sanitizer. This was at a time where people were dying because of a pandemic, and this smug ass thought he would hoard vital resources that would help fight the pandemic.
Channel 3's Hunter Hoagland talked to Matt, who bought nearly 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer, while many are still searching to find even one.
A pandemic meant an opportunity.
It went to 0 to 60 really fast.
I like the way it went from 0 to 60 so fast. Like, how did that even happen? Like, you buy one, you buy 100. How do you end up with 18,000 bottles? It's so ridiculous.
State to state, clearing out sanitizer shelves. He now sits with 18,000 unused bottles in his home and storage unit.
To play devil's advocate here, there's kind of a lot more space. He could have probably bought a lot more. Isn't it kind of sad? I've seen TikToks of people who live in Japan, especially into Tokyo, especially people who live in Tokyo, and they've got like these small, like little single apartments, literally just them. And they would probably fit into this area, and it's kind of ridiculous how big America is, isn't it?
Colvin bought the sanitizer with the intention of selling them for profit on Amazon before they took his listings down.
Oh, so that's what happened to him. That's why he ended up with them all, because Amazon took it down.
He told the New York Times in a recent interview that some items were listed at $70 a bottle.
He was selling hand sanitizer at $70 a bottle, and he had 18,000 bottles. Why didn't he drop the price? Like, he could have literally still made a profit on nothing. Like, even if he had doubled the amount. Like, he's still a piece of shit, but like $70 for each one is crazy.
Stating in a shirt that says "Family Man, Family Business," he says he never anticipated the struggle other families would go through because of a shortage.
He didn't realize what other people would go through if he took all of the hand sanitizer during Corona time. Yeah. He's not the brightest, is he? That's why he bought 18,000 bottles.
Would you say you're sorry?
Sorry for purchasing, sorry for buying all of this product? No, I don't think that I would.
I told you, he said he wouldn't. He said he would still probably do it. He would buy 18,000 bottles of hand sanitizer again. He would do it all again. Sorry for buying all of that. So this is what I'm thinking. He invited the camera crew here so he'd get on the news and then people would pop up and buy his hand sanitizer. Like, why did he even invite them here? Like, there must be something in it for him.
After receiving backlash online, Colvin says he's making plans to donate the rest of the sanitizer.
With business, there's wins and there's losses. And this is a situation where cutting my losses is the right thing to do.
Damn right, if he actually did do that in the end, but like, he can't even sell it online anyway, so it's not like he's like this saint who's gonna do it. Oh, the saint of hand sanitizer. So stupid. I feel like COVID was a big test for us as a species, and lots of us proved that we can pull together for the greater good of everyone. And for what I know from watching horror movies, if you split up to do it alone, you get off pretty quick, yeah? And that's it's the same in the real world, but sometimes I feel like as a species we are like a hive mind. And then other times we have no idea how to interact with people, how to be around people, how to be just like nice and genuine people. I guess that's the human experience, isn't it? In this Black Mirror-esque picture, this toilet paper scalper is agreeing a deal to sell a couple of rolls for $45. Wow, what a saint. Can you imagine the shame in this transaction? One guy just wants to clean his butthole properly and probably is a little swampy and itchy, you know. And the other one has to stand there with a straight face and ask for $45 for a toilet roll. Actually, I think it was like a pack of 9, but it also states packages of 4 rolls that normally sell for $1 each in stores, he is now selling for $4 to $5 each. That's a good markup, isn't it? Let's be honest. But yeah, the shame in that transaction is so funny to think about. Damn. I can't even remember what I did for toilet paper during COVID. I think I went to go live back with my mum at that time and she managed to get hold of some. Like in the actual store, not like in a dodgy deal like this. But yeah. Let's move on to our next category. So I've got concert and sports game tickets. I feel like we've all been a victim to this kind of scalper. These are the most egregious to me because they are time sensitive. You can't simply just wait for more seats to pop up out of nowhere at the venue, can you? If they fail at selling tickets online, like when I've been to football games in the past, you will see these ones out in the wild with their dick between their legs, walking to every soul outside of the venue that night, asking if they need a ticket. They get really annoying. I've been pestered so many times. Music gig maybe once somebody was coming around trying to sell me a ticket and he asked me like 2 or 3 times. So don't get me wrong, I don't mind if you bought the tickets for yourself and then you couldn't use them, so you sold them for the same price. I feel like that is totally fair and everyone's getting a win-win here, yeah? Actually, I think it's more of a win-win-win. The stadium gets some revenue because maybe you're in there and you're buying merchandise or buying drinks. The person who bought the tickets initially gets like his money back, and then you also get that experience. So I feel like that is perfect and everyone walks away happy. But if you stood outside of the stadium like a ticket scalping zombie and trying to get 3 times the price for the ticket, you can fuck off. So now I've got to talk about the Swifties. Swifties, before you come for me, I'm talking about this in a positive way, okay? Now, I found lots of videos of you guys crying online, and this is why ticket scalpers are the worst for you too. Look how much it means to this young girl, and that's what these scalpers are doing, and they know they're doing that. Like, obviously the scalpers aren't making her cry in this video, but that's what I mean. There's like other fans out there who just can't get hold of the tickets, and this is how much it means to these people. At the time, all of this stuff means so much to you until you finally get into your adult life, and it is what it is. Why are scalpers taking these moments away from these kids? And that's what I wanted to say today about this. So what you may know about the Taylor Swift fan base is they are one of the most loyal fan bases in the world. Except for my channel, obviously. Thank you for the 4 subscribers. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, they are the most loyal fans. And for good reason. That's why it's that extra bonus. Because they're so loyal, these scalpers gonna make money, yeah? Most of them would pay any price the scalpers put in front of them. Up to now in the video, I think Taylor Swift scalpers have to be second in my list today over the hand sanitizer guy. Just because he was so stupid and he obviously knew what he was doing. And then he ended up with so much inventory, he didn't even know what to do with it. So for the last part of this video, I actually found a pro Scalpers Reddit. The scalpers have found each other on Reddit. It seems like there is honor among these after all. First off, their rules are hilarious. They list scalp phobia. So come on guys, we're not scared of you, we just hate you. There's a difference, okay? Second, it says to report man children. This just shows how painfully unaware they actually are. You have to be more self-aware if you're gonna scalp. It's always going to be a contentious way to make money. It's just schemy and you know it. I hate the vibe of this subreddit. This one guy actually calls them an oppressed minority. I don't know if that's meant to be a parody, but that's still a fucked up thing to say. I hate the way that they talk and I hate the way that they walk. I hate the way they talk like they're all misunderstood saints. I don't understand where this high and mighty sensibility comes from because you are literally doing something that you know will piss people off. You are knowingly buying something you don't want just to twist our arms and make us pay higher for it. You surely must see you guys are annoying as fuck. So the point I'm trying to get across is the people who genuinely want the tickets have visioned it in their heads because let's say they love Taylor Swift and they have to be there. You never know, this might be the only chance you get to go. But then to have all of these scalpers buy them out from under you, only to sell them on for exorbitant prices, is just diabolical. You could argue that Taylor Swift is hugely popular and it's hard to get tickets for her anyway. But I think we could all sleep a little easier knowing that we lost a ticket to another die-hard fan, rather than to some dude who does not give a shit about ripping people off, and especially desperate fans of Taylor Swift. So let's talk about the ending. How can we wrap this up? So in a perfect world, we don't feed the scalpers. But that's impossible. They got a lot of good shit that we want. You can wait to buy a PS5 when they become more available, but can you wait to see your favorite artist the next time they're in your city? I'm into rap music and I've learned recently that you never know if you're going to be able to see your favorite artist. Especially Juice WRLD. I love that guy so much and I will forever regret not being able to go. Maybe this is the last chance for you. Maybe you're gone tomorrow. Maybe your favorite artist is gone tomorrow. Some scalper is just literally sitting on a ticket and they couldn't even sell it in the end. So yeah, that's what just pisses me off. If you don't want the thing, don't buy it. So yeah, RIP Juice WRLD. Ultimately, scalping is happening because we're all in a massive pit fighting for scraps while billionaires are above us watching us fight. Just like in Squid Game, that goes for all the world's problems. Everything is out of control and the more you fight the system, the more the system simply doesn't care. There's a great video I seen the other day. It really puts into perspective how much of a bigger number billion is to a million by showing you grains of rice. Anyway, this video's ending took a turn, but I can't blame scalpers for all of the world problems when there's bigger things at play here. I hope you enjoyed my deep dive on scalpers. It's something I wanted to talk about for a while and I hope you enjoyed my take on it. If you want to see more deep dives like this, please give me a like and subscribe. I appreciate you all. Stay safe.